Peace and blessings be upon you all, guys. Welcome to another podcast. We appreciate you guys tuning back in. We have a member that has returned to the stage. Where have you been? Explain yourself.
I'm sorry.
They were there waiting for
Guilty.
you, listening, and you weren't here.
I tried.
Some people ask me, where's Faze? Where's Faze? I'm like, he's coming. Like,
Man, do you know what? We just all get scattered around the world at different times.
Oh, that's right, because we all met up here. Where were you?
Don't shoot your shots. I was in California. I was in California, Seattle, and I was just there for about 20 days.
As you do.
Things. But to be honest,
Preparing your EP.
Oh yeah! Working on music, working on projects, working on growth, man. And I've just missed this though, man.
We missed it too.
Well, Faisal, we're happy you're back. And back for a very interesting topic that we're going to discuss today. One that I think a lot of girls will like this one because they like to kind of compare, see what guys like, what guys don't like. What do guys look for in a potential partner? I think we have a good spread of different likes, different interests that we look for when we look for a partner.
Different situations.
Preferences, etc.
Some people looking, some people have found, some people
are just procrastinating.
Some people want to just live out their hoish fantasies.
Okay, jump in there straight away.
No. Some people are looking, some people found, some people are looking to be looked.
Looking to be looked.
Looking to be found.
That's the one.
Looking to be looked. I was like, what?
Let's throw this out there, go in the deep end because you've been away for so long. Faisal, what do you look for when you are looking for a potential life partner?
So the qualities I personally look for.
I like big. What?
Okay, no.
What? Okay, I'm sorry.
Stop it! Don't distract me. I will get thrown off now.
Hey man, if that's what you like, then
beauty is an essential factor. But beauty. Hey. Beauty is an essential.
I thought you were gonna
can I go before we go into the physical? Because the physical fades, innit? So there's one core. Okay. It's like the inside and core.
That's why you're marrying 2, 3s, and 4s.
I was gonna say
when the beauty fades on this one, number 2 is still and number 3 is even more beautiful.
Wow, that's interesting. For me, I'm trying to build a solid foundation though.
Yeah, in the one.
Exactly.
Yeah, because if you go to a second one and you weren't true to yourself.
Pause. Don't go down the polygamy.
No.
Because I can see.
But basically,
in a woman, what do you? If you had to say what's your type? Or what do you go for?
My type is open-minded, creative, in service to life itself. Literally a servant has to be one of the elements. That's one of my core principles as well. That way you can look beyond yourself at the moments when you need to, and also have the strength to call in what you need for yourself as well. Wow. That's really core because life will throw so many things. If those core elements aren't there for myself, there'll be difficulties and contentions, and if it's not there, things
That's
will blow
interesting.
up.
Why does she need to be in service to the life, humanity?
Yeah.
What is the importance of that?
Because if you don't have that, for me personally, if you don't have the humility to serve, to life itself, you don't have the capacity to love truly, and you love outside of yourself. So if somebody has a difficulty in putting others before them, how will they be able to love somebody totally? It's a reality.
You're going deep with this one.
Look, our faith, yeah.
You thought about this?
Bruv, life places you in that, and our faith in and of itself is community orientated. The way we understand life on a functional level is look for others and they'll look for you. It's this you give because you trust, but you don't hold back. So faith, you have to have some abundance. Yeah, but if somebody looks from an individual space, they're moving from lack, and then there's selfishness, man. And that times a long period of time, times fitness, times life, it doesn't have longevity. But if you have that humility of service to others and to yourself, there's something else that can take place. Life can do whatever it does, but you're able to hold it accordingly.
But I don't know. So that was the Baraka Boys episode on that. Anyone that says anything.
No. You know me, but no. That was amazing, man.
So it's got to be a fatty, okay?
Yeah.
It's got to cut. I'm actually not joking.
No, you're not.
That is a key thing for my personal thing. But what you said was beautiful. Now go about maybe the physical. Is it even important? Is that
it
just?
Is so important.
Is that just?
Shall I tell you why? Okay. I'm somebody who exercises. I'm somebody who eats well. I'm somebody that takes time to beautify myself because that's a testament to divine beauty. The beauty that resonates with me truly, I want to connect with, and I want to feel that totally. I'm not gonna lessen the most beautiful.
That's very beautiful and very overarching.
Yeah.
But now onto specifics.
Okay. Bruh, I'm
We're
not gonna
taking
lie.
the podcast that night.
No, for me though, let's be honest. You could have the most beautiful physical woman there. After she talks to you, 2 minutes later, you stink. I can't connect to you.
Yeah, that's
we're
true.
not
100%,
compatible. With all the
100%.
beauty, there's the smell of incompatibility is there.
100%.
But with somebody who's what you see them, you go, oh, she has a sweet smile, and then next thing you know, you start talking, and then you find out what's inside of her. Next thing you know, she's one of the most beautiful women on the planet.
Sometimes like you may not be attracted. It's not even like a sweet smile thing. Like it's just like she's alright. And then you start talking. It's like.
It's the most amazing.
Yeah, you're like,
Oh, you
Okay, and it's literally like she just transforms because like what was in manifests outside of herself. I'm not saying looks aren't important because they 100% are.
Are we all agreeing the table? Looks are important.
yes.
100%.
not even
Let's not do-
important. Like I hate when people downplay how important it is.
Yeah.
Like you don't understand. Like if
You need to be sexually attracted.
sexually attracted. You know
Needs to
why?
be
Because
there.
sexual attraction will help you, not through all of them, through certain situations. You know when you're mad at your significant other and she walks through and she's wearing some booty shorts or whatever, like this, I guarantee you will not be bad for much longer because you'll see that you like this.
We'll soon fade.
You know, I know we're arguing, but come on, go. Let me talk to you. I know we had a problem earlier, but that's in the past. Go on,
We're about
give
to
me a kiss.
to
Do
it.
you know what I mean? And I feel like that's the power of beauty. That's why, like, when you get with a couple as well, like, you need
When
to
you get a
make-
couple, I mean just
Sorry.
Swinging,
Friends. No, when you find your like
Elaborate.
make sure not only is she attractive to you or attractive to me, like maintaining that beauty as well.
Yeah.
Do you know these memes that I'm seeing that I do not like? You know, it's like, yes, oh, after you get married and you can let yourself go. No. No, you gotta raise yourself up.
Yeah.
Same for me as well.
Yeah.
Like if you like me because you like muscles and whatever, blah blah blah. I'm not saying like I'm wham or anything, but like I go gym. But when did you last go gym? You know the thing is, I've got a natural nice body anyway. But anyway, I'm doing bars.
Okay, shots fired.
But yeah, so like it's a thing where like you have to maintain it because that's what you like. That's what one of the.
It's not even maintaining, it's improving.
Yeah.
Improve, in fact, and even in all aspects, like
Spiritually,
because you can't
mentally,
speak about the same
financially,
things, like
physically.
everything. Yeah, it's like you can't speak about the same things all the time. So you have to like raise yourself as a person as well. And the thing I like about us is we're always searching to better ourselves. So if we have a partner that isn't doing that, we're going to outgrow you. Do you know what I mean? And I've found it with so many women I've spoke to. The thing is, I take a lot of time. 'Cause I'm very fussy. But like,
Why are you so fussy?
because I value myself so high.
Even before you get
The
there.
thing is, it's starting to become to a ridiculous
No,
level.
like-
until the Queen of Morocco wants to marry you. Yeah,
my
it's
email's
like-
open.
I think we've kind of. I mean, I do agree that looks are important, inside is important, but there has to be an element of just like going on faith. Like, hopefully, God will. Because I feel like this you can overdo it, and most people do. It's like, oh no, I got to find out, and we got to take more time. Just get married and work it out from there. And it's because of the importance and what we've made marriage.
The stigma.
And it's holding us back.
Of
So
divorce,
we're searching, you know, the guys are searching for the Queen of Morocco, the girls are searching for, you know, the King of Nigeria. And until they find that knight in shining armor, they're not gonna, you know.
That's why we have divorce. I'm just saying.
True, and
No, fact.
Because our religion doesn't ostracize, like, it's not as peak as it is in other belief systems.
Exactly.
This
Death
whole
do us
thing,
part.
death do us part, all these big expensive weddings, it was, you need to get married, okay, there's somebody to connect with, bam. By the end of the day, you're pretty much married. Like, if you want a divorce, it's very simple. You can break that process because human beings go into things and can come out of things and you can grow and you can evolve. But people are so afraid to even take the first step that has so much baggage and weight. It builds till it's something completely different, man.
I do think it's important though, because all of us have like our own kind of preferences. Faisal went through his one. I think every person should go through their personal.
Yeah, exactly.
Preferences,
Yeah,
cool.
black.
Amen.
No, you go.
No, you go, because you said it. I didn't say you said it.
You wanna go this way then,
You
yeah?
should, yeah.
Go
So
like
what do you look for when you're talking to a girl and, you know, kind of just getting to know each other? What are some of the things that you're looking for, and what are some maybe things that are turning you off? Like, nah, I'm not trying to do anything.
You know what it is? I feel like when you evolve as a person, you kind of evolve into, you kind of narrow down what you like and what you don't like. So for example, when I was younger, like, I'm still young, alhamdulillah. When I was like 18, 19, I thought, you know what, I'm so hyper, yeah, I need someone who's gonna be opposite of me. Quiet, calm, I'm gonna be spontaneous, she's gonna be like the quiet and my anchor, yeah? And I started speaking to someone who's like quiet, and that did not work out. It was so boring and so like, oh my god, this is like talking to a chalkboard or something. I thought this is mad.
Man didn't even say a wall, man said a chalkboard.
Even more.
That takes you to a back of like, you know, them old schools where they hit you with a ruler.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Hopefully she's not watching.
And then,
She will be. No. She will be.
and then I thought, I think now it's more so just someone. I mean, I think what I find probably most attractive, and I realize it about myself, we know what they call sapiosexual. Someone who loves intelligence.
Okay.
That for me is probably literally my number one.
Me
now.
and Briggs have always said that about MM. Like, I reckon if you asked him a question he didn't know the answer to it, he'd be like this. He's like, tell me about Pythagoras' theorem again.
Okay, nah, man's not really kidding.
Tell me about the thick of
Man's
rolling
not
of this.
ordinate. Nah, joking. Nah, but I feel like honestly,
You're attracted to intelligence.
intelligence is a big thing for me.
Yeah, but like, what if like there was this one bad thing, and she just wasn't very, you know, gifted in the realm of intelligence?
Oh.
Would you still? I don't know why you're looking Briggs for help because I'm
No,
not.
because that happened.
Oh! How did that go down? How did that? So she was bad, but what happened when you approached the limits of her intelligence?
No, it wasn't.
Just to clarify, it happened to him. It didn't happen to me. Go on.
It wasn't. No. She wasn't. I think again, she was intelligent in her own way, but just like the type of academic, intellectual side I was looking for wasn't there, which is fine.
Or are you looking
And I
for
think
like
for- no,
a
but for-
partner or like a studying buddy?
No, but I think a partner is important. I mean, like not in partner as in like she has to be interested in what I'm interested. She doesn't have to be interested in politics or fiqh. She needs to be, however, to
Hold a
engage.
conversation.
No, but engage is important. I want to be
Challenge?
Of course, challenge as well. But I want to be. If I'm thinking about something or talking about something, I want to be on my. I envision again. Could be very Disney, but like in bed at night time with my wife, and we're talking about the reality of the cosmos, for example, the reality of existence, for example.
Yeah, facts.
And I don't want her to just agree with me and be a yes person. I want to be like, okay, I want to engage you. What do you think about this, love?
Yeah.
Or what interesting? I never thought about it before. Not just like, you're my man. I'm a Muslim woman. I'm to be obedient to you. I listen to whatever you say.
I don't want to challenge you.
I don't challenge you. You know, like I don't want to be cursed by the angels by challenging you. You know, I don't want that. I want to be in challenge as well. So intelligence is very important. Obviously, looks are very.
Sometimes throw you on the bed.
Obviously, as well, looks are very important as well. But I feel like intelligence, looks, can dress well. But also as well, I think it's also I want someone to be able to how they see me is very important in the sense that they might see the image of like studying Islam. I'm not going to be doing tasbih on your fingers at night time. Like I'm not going to be like after prayer like, hey babe, I don't want to micromanage you either. You know what I mean? You go pray right now. Pray your salah today. No, I'm not that guy. You're gonna have your journey to God is your journey. I have my journey to God. Then we have journey together to God.
Okay,
That's
so
how I
it's
see
like
it.
a triangle, you and her on
Yeah.
either side are going
Or
towards,
Venn diagram.
towards God.
A Venn diagram.
Is that what's good? All right, there you go.
Yours, I have mine in the middle.
Okay, cool. So Briggs, what were the sort of
You
things
just
that you
went past your.
Yeah, yours.
Yourself.
Aha!
Did I go first? Okay, I was like a nice girl. No, just wait. Well, anyway. No, for me, like I've got loads of different types, and I think the problem is sometimes you try and make what does your Wonder Woman look like. I don't necessarily have a Wonder Woman, but there are some kind of attributes and features and things that kind of can go across the spectrum. Intelligence, that's one for me. I think maturity is too vague of a term.
It is.
But there is something about that mature, down to earth, kind of not unfazed, but like doesn't necessarily look up to me with the whole kind of, the whole puppy dog eyes, like, oh my God, you're so amazing, like that level of challenge. I think that's, and I think that normally only comes with like a mature woman. I think maybe sometimes an older woman can
Yeah.
but then again, there'll be different things where there'll be someone of my same age, someone younger,
But what that you described, you have like a celebrity crush that fits that.
a celebrity crush.
I don't. Mine's Angela Rye.
Angela?
Rye. She's a CNN contributor.
Okay.
She's a black woman.
Alright.
She's mad intelligent. I'm just like,
Yeah.
She's become Muslim.
Okay.
Oh, I can marry a Muslim anyway. If I
Okay,
can marry her, I'll
cool,
marry her.
okay, cool.
Yeah, but
So what's her name?
Angela Rye.
Angela Ryan.
Angela Rye.
Angela Rye. Do you have someone that fits what you described as well? And what you described is you have someone that fits that.
Yeah, because my is so loose,
Yeah.
man. Like, because it's not really. I'm trying to find things that can kind of go across the board. So yeah, intelligence. That I'm attracted to intelligence.
What kind of intelligence?
Maybe
Intelligence is a very broad
help
term.
with scenarios.
Yeah, no, that's
as well.
true because you could be like very like knowledgeable about science, but then when it's talk, I think like let's say there's two different types of knowledge. Like there's like book knowledge and there's like
Life knowledge.
street knowledge, like that life knowledge of like wisdom.
Yeah.
That
Priceless.
that's what that yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
For
like
you, yeah?
okay, because that means we can talk, and we're all aware of that. I mean, I don't know what kind of lives we were leading before this, but everyone's aware of that term, the PNC. which is like after you've been with a girl.
What's PNC?
You know what? Whoever works it out, works it out.
No, what does PNC mean?
Clarity.
The clarity. The last word is clarity.
Oh, wow.
That when you've kind of.
So everyone that doesn't understand is post not clarity. That means after you.
There was going to be a fun game for the viewers to kind of work out what it was.
I'm not here to play games. I didn't know.
Edit it out.
It's gonna be clear.
Edit it out. Anyway, there's a certain clarity that when you are with a woman that maybe that you've not done it in the halal way or whatever, where it's like I'm done with you now because all it was just fulfilling a certain sexual desire. I've got my thing. For me, like there needs to be something after that, and for me that's where the conversation, the life.
What you're saying in the, let's say not you, but like the person you may have been.
Yeah. This
Before.
The imaginary figure.
What's say this person?
Yeah.
It's either a question of lay down, babe, let's talk after, or get your Uber home.
So like, and I feel for me that the only thing that will kind of ignite that is where it's like you've got something about you like within your, it's not just beauty basically at the end of the day. And I don't mean knowledge or like of specific, like some girls can be extremely intelligent in like politics or math or whatever. For me, philosophy.
But I think as well there's like a base intelligence that separates people who are not so academically gifted and people who are academically gifted. There's just a base intelligence. For example, I could have someone who never read a book, for example, but she can just engage with me and ask the right questions.
Yeah, asking the right questions.
Because I'd say, okay, not saying me and you, but like, I don't know anything about politics. Yeah, I can hold a good conversation with you politics based on the questions I ask.
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean? But I know.
No, but listen, half of engagement is the questions you ask, and being able to ask the right questions is such a flipping hard skill to have.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, because you can ask. I'm telling you, when you ask, like, I'll give you an example. Wallahi, most of my what I've gained in like Islamic studies has been asking questions.
Yeah.
And asking the right questions.
And I feel like
how to get out of the person. You know what I mean?
So Briggs, what's your type? What do you look for?
He's married there. He has to tell you. He knows his type.
Okay.
She's Californian. She's this.
A lot of us are obviously married, but then not necessarily say that the woman with that's the type. Obviously, a lot of what you're looking for is going to be found in the wife that you're with. But just as a general safety,
This has been quiet. This topic. This session.
I've just been taking it.
If you were single,
She's just watching at the laptop like, go on.
Nah, do you know, it's not even that. But for me, I feel like everything that you guys have mentioned is important. So being physically attractive is super important. Being intelligent is super important. For me, I feel like, okay, human being is mind, body, soul. So your mind needs to be able to connect with the person's mind. They need to be on the same level with you intellectually. Not maybe like, so like, say for example, me and my wife, I'm like, okay, I've done my bachelor's, doing my master's, something happened there. Do you know what I mean? All of that. Yeah, pending. My wife is not like that in terms of academically. She's got her like first degree, but she's not like book, read all the time. But she's very intelligent. So like, we can engage with each other on that level mentally. Physically, like physical attraction, I feel like is so important. People even downplay how important it is.
But even the Prophet or some said that's one of the reasons
why you get married.
Looks, and it was the one Sahaba.
So like you can marry someone for their looks, their money, their family, or their religion.
And speaking on that, there was actually a companion.
One Sahabi that was going to get married and he had
to go and look.
Yeah, listen.
Go and look and find.
That's super important. For me, I also feel like as a spiritually inclined person and someone of spiritual practice, for me, it's very, very important that your partner is on the same wavelength as you in that aspect. So it's like you can't be somebody that's striving for God or striving to understand the reality of existence or striving to live a deeper life and your partner's not on that same level, because then you guys are constantly going to clash because that's what your whole life is about. And so for me, I feel like the most important thing when looking for a partner, looks is important, intelligence is important, blah, 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 compatibility, the mindset. And that's completely...
You talk about mindset, the way they view life?
Yeah. The mindset is the most... I feel like that's the most important thing, because it's like, before I got married, for example, and their mindset has to be compatible with yours. So like, before I got married, I was talking to a few girls or whatever. Some of them, like, they had all the package that you were thinking of, like, oh yeah, they look good, they were super intelligent, they were spiritual, or they thought they were spiritual. Do you know what I mean? All of that. But when you break it down now, the basic mindset that you need to maintain a relationship, they didn't have it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like your relationship will never go nowhere. Okay, you can be intelligent and you can be pretty and you can have all these followers on Instagram gassing you up and making you think that you're that person. When really at the base thing, you're there. Like for me, I felt like this person's here to waste my time. After the whole relationship, you go through the couple months or weeks or whatever, and then you realize that, you don't even have the mindset to be in a relationship. So it's like someone can have the complete...
Do you think it's because they're chasing this kind of dream that's been sold to them? And
I don't even think, for a lot of people...
Because when they actually get into a real relationship, it's like, it's not exactly how the dream
I don't even think
sold.
it's that. So like, for some people... it might be that, but then I also feel like for a lot of people, they're not even sure what they want in life, and they're not even sure why they're here, and they're not even sure that they're not even strong enough to commit to themselves. Like you don't even know who you are to commit to yourself to be the person you want to become.
That's a necessary prerequisite for 100% of knowing who you are.
100%.
Can you not get with someone who helps you find out who you are?
You're not gonna get. What I'm saying is, you're gonna have trial and error relationships.
Yeah.
I don't believe in this whole thing of you don't chat to no one, then the first person you meet, that's the person that you're gonna be with forever.
Yeah.
Because nobody's the same person forever. Your whole physical body changes every 7 years. So your mental state as well. Like they say, you have 70,000 thoughts that enter your mind every day. Like, and that's what composes who you are as a human being. So it's like, you're always mentally developing, you're always growing, you're always changing as a person. The person I am now was completely different from the person I was last year when we recorded the last season, for example, which is completely different from the person 5 years ago. So it's like, if you're not growing with your partner, that's gonna fizzle out. And it's okay if it does. You just find a new partner that matches your...
Do you think you necessarily have to be growing with your partner? Like, say if you're you're a guy and your career's doing well, you're still stable financially, and do you necessarily have to be growing with it, or is it
this is why I'm saying
come back to your partner just to enjoy love and companionship? I don't really have to be like evolving.
No,
all the
I'm
time,
not talking about that from that aspect. I'm talking about, this is why I'm saying mindset is important, because if you and your partner both have the mindset of we're gonna dedicate ourselves to each other and support each other and love each other and be patient with each other and understand each other, because all of these things of intelligence, beauty, it's all amazing. If your partner doesn't have the patience to grow, when I say grow with you, not that you're
the relationship.
Not that you're growing and they're growing and you're both growing together. It's the fact of when you're growing, they can support your growth, and when you're growing, you can support their growth.
And they can know the difference.
You can be growing in two different directions even, but the fact that you have the space and the dedication and the love for each other to support each other in what you're doing. So like me and my wife here, we're in completely different lanes of life. Like I'm doing one thing, she's doing something else, but she supports me in what I'm doing and I support her in what she's doing. And we have that dedication to each other where it's like, we know that we're gonna, no matter what we go through, we're trying to make this relationship work because we genuinely love each other, and the mindset is we're here to win, innit?
Yeah.
For a lot of people, I don't feel like they don't even love themselves or trust themselves to the level where they can even dedicate that time or that energy or that effort to another person. And so when you're with somebody like that, they're just gonna waste your time.
So one of the main things that you're looking for with a woman is the right mindset.
Yeah. Obviously, everything else you need it. So like, I'm not gonna, if I find someone with the right mindset, but they don't look the way I like them to look, and they don't mentally match with me and spiritually they don't match with me, obviously I'm not going to go with that person just because they have the mindset. But at the same time, if somebody has the whole package but they don't have that mindset where they're dedicated to you and the relationship, it's never going to work. It's never ever going to work.
Do you think with you it'll never work? Do you think it'll work with other people?
Other people, you can try. Like,
how important do you
every
think
man unto themselves
mindset is in a relationship that dedicated to you and growth? And
it depends on what you see love as, or marriage as. Is it a political thing? Is it just like it, or what it is for you? It seems like it would be essential. Otherwise, for me, that seems essential, because for me, otherwise, what that breeds is the opposite. Is you end up being alone within a marriage. Like, as in, you're in a marriage, but you'll be going through things, or you're going through experiences, and your heart doesn't have a pillow to lay its head. It's like you got to be your own pillow, sort of a thing.
Because a lack of support.
Yeah. So then, some people really enjoy that personal intimacy of my actual original relationships with myself, and you're something that I enjoy, and you have that we enjoy. And some people are like that.
A separate entity.
Yeah,
Almost,
and we enjoy the space that we inhabit together, but best believe I'm going to go into my grave alone, and you are. And some people like actually have that as their operating system, and therefore they can live different lives where they're not so attached to the other person. Some people have really community-orientated things where I'm willing to lay myself down for another human being, and I need the same thing.
Example that you gave, is that okay? Is that healthy to see as a separate entity, and like I'll come to you for what I need you for? And
I love that. I love that model.
honest?
I love that model because even within that, sorry to interrupt.
But that one kind of, it felt like that one kind of negated growth, like because I'm not trying to grow with you. I'm trying to do my own thing.
Why I'm saying that doesn't even negate growth is because you're supporting that person in the way that they grow. So if that person grows by being by themselves and you're by yourself and you're both growing individually, you're together on a common understanding that we're both supporting each other by giving each other the space to grow.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the most important thing. It's the thing of what I was trying to say with my thing is you need to have that common understanding and like dedication to each other on the same level.
And that will look different.
And
that will
different
manifest in different ways.
Yeah,
so what the community one, or was that?
Well, I'll say like different people have different dispositions.
Yeah.
Some people operate in that way. Some people operate like people orientated to the point where they're like, for me, I'll lay my life down for somebody. So and I'll do that every day when I go outside. So when I go home, I would honor somebody who would love me to that same capacity because that's the one space where I've got the least amount of energy. So it's like it's a different sort of, that's how I personally operate. So someone else might be like, you know what, I get my energy when I'm alone, for example. People operate differently.
Yeah, some people are more like kind of secluded. I mean, I'm definitely one of the people that I definitely need my alone time and to be, I don't know, this is something I get by myself. I don't know, you guys, a lot of you guys like it as well. I don't know if it's introverts and extroverts. I don't know how I feel about those terms anymore because sometimes I feel it's something you can just hide behind to avoid, talking to someone. I'm an introvert, so I don't talk. Like, nah. Obviously, you can prefer to be by yourself more, which is I think something that I prefer.
But I think as well, it's the fact that some people are energized in others' company, and some people are drained in big company. Some people need to take a step back, re-energize, and then go back out there and do it again. And some people, all the time, they feel drained in company and energized when they're by themselves. It just depends.
Yeah. Because
I think there's people know about 4 personality types like sanguine, choleric, melancholic, and phlegmatic.
Yeah, I'm sanguine phleg.
Oh really? I'm sanguine melancholic.
Sanguine, choleric.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you
sanguine.
Oh, well, okay, all right. Self that. Yes, you are.
No, I know that already. That people's traits are very clear. Like once you start to know that, and it's really.
Is it important to work out what your potential partner is and make sure that you got to be?
No. It's basically what it is there's these 4 characteristics traits. Like the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the center point. It was all of those attributes, and a human being looks to become balanced. So if I'm a sanguine phlegmatic, I know that I'm a people person. I also have deep sets of emotions, and I also am a person who loves peace. At the same time, it means that my weaker side is choleric, which is an organized, efficient engine. Like,
do you need to seek to improve that side, the choleric side, or do you just accept what you are and don't?
I know. For me, I don't. I know that I know what works best for myself, but at the same time, if you're not watching your shortcomings, you're going to lead yourself into disaster.
The question you're talking about, like, what we spoke about what we like and stuff, but it sounds very robotic. So is there a space of like love? Like when does love fall into it? Can you just fall in love with someone and you look over everything? Will love only take you so far?
I mean,
love,
at that point you have to define what love is.
I feel like, no, do you know what it is? I feel like, even Allah says in the Quran, sometimes you can love something that's bad for you, and sometimes you can hate something that's good for you. Like, all this love, okay, love is important, and I feel like there's a difference between loving someone and being in love with someone. Yeah. So like your family, your family, you didn't choose who your family were. You didn't fall in love with your family and then say, well, I'm going to join this family. I'm going to be born into this woman's womb because I love her and I'm choosing her. You were born into it and then you develop love for that person through the time that you share with each other.
There's a rational love and there's an emotional love.
Yeah, so I'm saying like, people can fall in love because imagine if you're somebody that you're like, imagine you're a young girl, for example, and you're 16 and you fall in love with a 35-year-old drug dealer that beats you up. Yeah. We've seen those cases. Yeah. You're in love with that person, so you're gonna say, oh, because I'm in love with this person, I'm gonna overlook the fact that I'm being abused and the fact that this relationship is not good for me and they're a predator. You can't. Like, love if you fall in love with the right person, it's good. But then if you fall in love or you develop love for the wrong person, that can be draining on you, that can be toxic for you, and it takes you away from where you're supposed to be.
Love is not enough.
Love isn't enough.
It shouldn't be a compass as to whether you or a check like, okay,
but you can
I
see
love this
someone,
person a lot, it means I'm meant to be with them.
and you have love for them, and then you engage in a relationship with them, and then over time you develop more and more deeper love, and that's what's gonna make your relationship last. Because being in love with someone for the first year, 2 years, whatever, that can run. But then after a while, after 5 years, after 10 years, after 15 years, the in love thing is not gonna help you. It's the love that you have for that person. The same way you have love for your friends.
So that's
the same
even
way,
that could possibly be more important than being in love with them. Like
100%.
the love you have for
because
them.
the love that you have for like your parents or your siblings is way stronger than the love you have for a random person that you've never met.
Yeah, because it always feels like being in love is like you could be naive and manipulated and you don't do the right thing. But when you have love for someone, you may do something that would not necessarily hurt them, but like, you know, like a mother like may hit their child, but like it's literally out of love though, because I don't want you to, you know, go out when it's dark or you know, or whatever. It's out of love. But when it's like the notion of in love means it's a bit naive and it almost sounds immature, and because that kind of feeling cannot maintain a relationship, as Briggs said. What maintains a relationship is the love you have for someone, and
that's nurtured. Like the love that you have is something. There's a difference where, like, I can walk past a woman can walk past me, and you best believe I've sang 20 songs and I saw 30 movies. I went 3 different lifetimes, and I've loved you before I met you. Just off of the smell and the energy, literally, because my heart connected in, and I'm aware of the information, the potential avenue of that. But in terms of the semantics of,
real
talk down the street. Girl, don't know your name, but no. But the reality is though, but on a semantic level, like the details of your interaction, it may not be apparent. But when you've nurtured and you've developed, or you spent enough time, you cultivate that care. You've cultivated that this person has been in my life. We've got these sets of standards. She's upheld these sets of standards. We've got these agreements with each other. In times of difficulty, she still honoured agreements, or this or that. You develop a richness of an affection for somebody that transcends the sensational experience moment to moment. Because I could like you today, my heart turns. We're turner of the hearts, innit? So I might like you today. The next day, I actually don't want you anywhere near me. The day after, and all of that turns. But that love that's nurtured is respect.
So you're saying that love is. So you can get married to someone without loving them, basically.
And then you can 100%. Learn to love them.
And it almost looks as if like Islam is pointing you in the direction of getting married to someone without loving them, because of obviously Muslims are kind of known for getting married a lot faster than most, because most other cultures or other religions like, what, you got married after like 2 weeks or a week or
engaged for 5 years.
Yeah, short amount of time. And it's like, well, you took 5 years getting to know Bob, and you know your marriage lasted like 2. So it's like this whole thing of like taking the time to know someone isn't necessarily like what dictates whether the marriage is going to work or not.
No.
But Umar, you mentioned about
you say yeah, I say no, so we'll discuss that.
You say no about what?
You really threw a spanner in there, like.
No, he was saying, some people say you need to take time to get to know the person before you get into a relationship with them.
I'm talking about the really long, drawn out version.
Yeah.
And even over a year or 2 years, like you got married over a year, like.
Yeah.
Like it's recent.
And then
It
he's
doesn't need to
saying
be that
that's
long.
essential. I'm saying that's not essential.
And I didn't say I'm gonna emphasize that it can be important depending on where you come from. Just saying.
It depends on how you navigate the relationship.
Exactly.
But yeah, Umar, say what you're gonna say.
And also what woman he's looking for. You didn't say.
No,
he did.
No, pause, because I didn't want to say as well.
Why not?
Because I don't. Like, I remember when we first said this, I was like, oh, this is a good idea for a topic. Then I was like, it goes against what I don't like. You know, like when you have like in a conversation with a girl, she'd be like, oh, tell me like what you like in a woman. Why would I do that? Because then you're just gonna act that way. Do you know what I mean? So like for me,
so you don't want to give your tips and
potential
wifeys that are watching.
No, potential fake wifeys. I want you to come to me as you are. Do we go? Because I don't want you to put on an act. We get married just for you to keep this act up.
In most situations, you don't tell a girl like what you're looking for. I mean, maybe sometimes.
For me, I'd be very, very loose with it. I'm not gonna go into like the nitty gritty.
Would you find an issue if a girl was attracted to you just for your looks?
If she was attracted to me just for my looks,
nothing else.
I wouldn't find it an issue. I wouldn't probably marry her because, again, like I said to Khalid, I said I value, and maybe it's a problem with me actually. Like I actually value myself so high, like into what I can bring to the table in terms of the quality of men today. And I'm talking, I'm from all angles: personality, alhamdulillah, looks, like bro. Like, and the thing is,
the lady be lucky to have you.
Sometimes, like, in fact, no, and that's the thing, and that's the way I look at it. So I'm like, why would I lower my thing for you because you're bad or because that's the thing, like the same way like the quality of men has dropped.
You say lowering your standards, you
lowering my standards meaning
if you got with a girl just push have her looks,
I wouldn't do that.
That would be you lowering your.
That would definitely be me lowering that would be me selling myself short.
Okay.
Because
that's funny. That was the question I was going to ask you. Could a girl be so bad that she just supersedes all like she doesn't have all this? But have you just not seen the bad girl?
No, I've seen them and I've been with them. So
and it wasn't enough.
That's the thing, like, and maybe that's
talking bad, I'm talking bad.
I'm talking
Jackson
bad.
I mean Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah,
You're too young to know that. Earth.
No, Michael Jackson. Bad. I was like, sing the song.
Great pop star.
I am bad.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, that's a gif. Anyway, no, but what's the word?
GIF.
It's GIF.
Anyway,
that's a whole podcast on itself. Go. What was the question?
Could a girl be so bad that she supersedes?
Because the thing is, and I'm glad that I had my little thing when I was younger, because I went through a lot of. I
Finish your sentences.
I went through a lot of women.
Yeah.
So it was like I know what I like and I know what I don't like.
You.
No, I know what I like and I know what I don't like. Obviously, I haven't been like I've even lived with one of my girlfriends for like a year. So like, but obviously I haven't had the marriage thing yet, which is a new thing I will be willing to delve into. But
it's just the same as you living with your girlfriend for a year.
That's what I say. That's what I say.
The way you're looking at it is wrong.
But no, it's not the way I look at it. The way
you talk about delve into it. You didn't talk
I'm
gonna delve in with my girlfriend. It's like I'll live with her.
You lot always say like, and this is like, because you lot always say like, oh yeah, we're married and blah blah. And it's like this, but it doesn't just because you're married. Like I love it when people that have been married, and this is not a shot at you, but you're gonna think it is, but it's not. I love it when people have been married for about 6 months and they start to give relationship advice. My G, I know more about girls than you do. Not like that. I'm just saying because of all of that time accumulated together.
Them being with a girl for 6 months and you being having like 100.
But I'm saying
they may know more about women than you do.
Facts, but I'm saying I've also had that.
And also the way that you've interacted with these women might not be to the level that they've interacted. Do you know what I mean? If you interacted with 10 women on a superficial level.
No, that's what I'm saying. All of them were like that.
Let me finish. Or even like you living with your girlfriend at the age of 17 or 18 or however old you were at that time, compared to a 30-year-old man who's been married to a mature woman for a year. Like,
no, definitely. That's going into the thing of like a 30-year-old man where he's at in his life.
Even a younger guy, like.
But I mean, when like, yeah.
And also, everyone has different perspectives. So it's like you have a perspective, they have a perspective. They've understood certain aspects of women. You've understood certain aspects of women. So, like for example, that person might be able to teach you about emotional intelligence, whereas you might be able to teach them about the physical side or the sexual aspect of how to please a woman.
Definitely.
Or do you know what I mean? Or you might be able to say, okay, intellectually engaging, and they'll like everyone has their own section.
But one thing I would say, I think maybe my main problem, and we're going into a bit like more relationships here, but like my main problem is I have hurt a lot of girls in my time. I told Khalid this as well. I've hurt a lot of girls, and at the time I didn't care. Just thug life. But I remember it caught up to me like quite later on when I did love one girl and I did hurt her, my ex. And I hurt her and she was a good girl as well, and I saw her become a not good girl based on stuff I did. I'm not gonna take the full responsibility, but that's how it ended up. And I remember I said I didn't want to go in like, and it's just like, we'll just marry her and try it out. It's like, no, because she's gonna do like the feelings will go, and then when I have to dip or whatever, like because I'm not feeling it, then I don't want to end up with, so I only want to go with somewhere it's like I really feel like I could give you what you want, and if I don't feel like I can, I'm not going to be out here wasting your time. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But and obviously I'll still talk to girls, but it's like if I really don't feel like I can commit to you the way I want to, because I don't want to, again, I don't want to see you cry, I don't want to see all that, do you know what I mean? But at the same time, it is hindering me as well, because I am waiting for, like, I think I'm asking too much of girls, but obviously we know in the next podcast, I'm polygamous, so I'm not going to go into that, but do you know what I mean?
Basil, what do you think the reasons are why people are so, because I think girls are a lot less resistant to marriage. Like if they meet the right guy and he fulfills the criteria of what they like, it's like if he suggests marriage, it's normally the girl, the political, what's it called?
Please, come. Please, enter the business.
The ideal situation that you see in movies, books, is the girl waiting for the guy to propose. Like, it might be today. She's waiting, and it's whether the guy.
Because it's a matriarchy we live in.
Everyone come and talk.
No, because
the way your face was there.
we live in matriarchy. The patriarchy is there. We live in matriarchy. This whole fantasy of, a woman was heartbroken, and before you can kind of comment, people broke my heart. No one broke my heart, but girls are time wasters.
Yeah, fact.
Waste your time.
I'm saying girls are ready to get married.
No.
So you've never seen a film where the girl...
Can we live in matriarchy?
Those are
talking
okay.
about
Do you know what it
films,
is? That's a large majority of.
are reflective of
Dominance
society.
Bro.
hierarchy. There's something called the dominance hierarchy, and
Yeah.
men have to battle so they become sexually okay, and a woman can choose. At the end of the day, women have a lot of the final says in terms of these dynamics.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, women know that as well.
Yeah.
But they waste your time.
What you're saying, yeah.
I'm asking you to wipe your eye. Wow, that was like. Yeah.
Wow, what was
Still there.
They're sitting there. I was trying to be like low
You lot are
key.
playing games.
It's just that little.
There you go.
There you go.
Right, everyone's
Anyway.
talking real.
I don't get your point though. Like,
No. I get his point.
We live in a matrarchy, yeah.
I get his point.
But by the way, I don't really believe we live in matriarchy yet. But
I don't know what it means.
women are.
Point is,
I don't know what that means.
opposite of patriarchy,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, but the point is, are we saying that like if guys were ready to get married, that the girls would be like on board, ready to go?
No,
Yeah.
we're saying girls are not.
Girls
Are
are
you
not.
just not the guy that the girl's looking for?
But they waste your time because they sell you dreams and they say we're ready to get married and they go talk, and then they just weigh the options. The problem is girls have this halo image of angelic image of like, no, I'm down
But
to
you
I'm
know,
down
do
to
you know
I'm down
what
to
I find? You know when you close that door, I'm like, okay, they'll be ready then. When you like deuces bye and really cook the
But
door.
the thing is,
Why-
it shouldn't
why-
even have to
exactly.
get to that stage.
Stop playing games.
Yeah.
I'm grown.
Girls,
It makes sense to weigh the options.
I'm a dog.
No. If you're weighing your options, let it be known
Yes.
that you're weighing your options.
And
girls,
the same.
girls nowadays, there's a lot of girls that they'll do this thing.
That
of,
wouldn't
okay,
make sense if it's gonna make you flee by saying I'm talking to a load of other guys.
it's
But
not
then you're
gonna-
playing
so
games.
then you're not being open
Yeah.
in your approach.
Maybe you shouldn't be like if you are.
Bro, people-
I feel like you
Are
are
we-
because you're gonna waste people's time. So imagine you're a girl now, because this happens. There's a lot of girls.
Because guys do the same thing.
Yeah, but guys are open about it. I feel like guys are.
Are you
open
talking to
about it.
anyone? No, I'm not, babe. You're the only
If
girl I'm
girls
talking
ask me,
to.
I say yeah.
Okay, that's you.
But that's-
one off.
no,
The
most-
majority of guys are like, no, it's only you I'm talking to, babe. Because when you say yeah, I'm talking to a few girls, they'll be like, oh.
But
I feel like when a guy's ready to get married, he's more ready than the woman is.
Nah, guys,
Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
because you have to be economically ready. You have to have sorted
Yeah,
your
yeah.
life out enough
Thank
for you
you.
to be a mentally mature enough person to have kept a job long enough for you to have probably have had a home long enough for you to probably pay 10 grand plus for a woman to be in your life.
Well, my experience with women is different, but.
Right now, one thing I want to mention is
What I'm saying is, yeah, for a lot of these girls, they'll be chatting to 2, 3, 4 guys, or even if they're not directly chatting to, in their mind mentally, because you know women,
They're weighing them up, yeah,
they'll be
yeah,
there like,
yeah.
mentally, I know I can get this guy, I can get this guy, I can get this guy. So they'll be talking
And
to
do you
one-
think some women they think they can get a guy that's because of this what's the one that got married to Prince?
Mega Man.
Meghan Markle, yeah.
So yeah, like the fact that like women are like this, that could happen to me. It's like, and I'm seeing all these girls get with like celebrities like that could be me, and you wait so long for that to happen,
It
for
makes-
this
it makes
dream
sense
guy
to
that
do
you're
it.
passing all these good guys that are coming to you.
That does happen.
And then you want to complain that men are trash because you're searching for rap. I'm a rapper, but either way. But like, you know what I mean? It's because you're setting and I see it with girls.
You said your bar is high for what a woman has got.
No, but it's not. It's
Why
not.
can't
It's not.
a
It's
woman
not a
do that
bar
as
like.
well?
I'm talking more like fame wise.
You can't just say they're looking
Nah,
for
not
fame.
just-
No, that's
Guys,
what all
let's-
girls-
like-
It makes
wait,
sense.
wait, wait,
Can I
guys,
Can I finish my
sorry,
point? Can I finish my
It makes
point?
100%
My point was,
sense
sorry.
for a woman to search the best possible male that she can get that's going to look after her, protect her, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
That's
that's fine.
It's not, because
That's not.
apparently
Listen,
they're
wait.
wasting
Can you
time.
can you let me finish my point?
If I-
And then
as long
I'll
as
tell
you're
you.
making
No,
a
but
point
can
in
you let
response
me?
to mine.
That's what I've been trying to do for the past 5 minutes.
I didn't
but
say
you
that
keep
point
cutting me
yet.
off.
Finish your point.
I didn't say that point yet, so how can you respond to
Because
it?
that's what I had in my main point,
Okay.
and that's where I was going.
Briggs,
I was
Briggs,
taking it.
Briggs, speak.
These girls, yeah, certain girls, they'll be talking to 3, 4 guys, or in their head, they're weighing up options of 3, 4 guys. You know from early that you're not fully interested in this guy. Instead of letting him go, you'll be there because you like the attention, because you like the free meals, because he's feeding the baddest pasta.
If you do
All
that,
of
if you
that,
do
do you know
that,
what I mean?
that's
No,
stupid.
but I'm saying, but a lot of girls do that.
So
Even
you
if
dream.
even
No,
if
the
it's
guy-
not-
the guy's
wait,
the guy's
wait,
problem.
no, it's not the guy's
Why-
problem.
why
Why are you
Can
taking
let
it out on me?
Let him finish his point,
Can you
please,
let
so
me
it can
finish
be
my point?
go,
It's not
round
the
it.
guy's problem because okay, there's certain man that are boopsies in it. Wait, there's certain man that are boopsies. So it's like okay, yeah, you're putting your effort into this girl, da 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 da, blah blah blah, and then it's not going nowhere. Bang. There's girls that they know fully well that, right, I'm not going to continue a relationship with this guy. But in their head, they're like, okay, but do you know what? I like the attention that I'm receiving. I like the fact that, because a lot of girls, they like attention. Yeah. Whether or not they're feeling to follow through with the man or not. So even though they know they're not going to enter a relationship with him.
That's why they have best friends for that. They have guy friends that they put in friends for that reason.
You're still cutting me off. They're still giving them the illusion that it might possibly happen one day. Instead of telling them that, nah, do you know what? This is not going nowhere. If you want to continue as friends, we'll continue as friends. So it's like people will be there now. You'll be there in a relationship thinking, oh yeah, this is going somewhere. When really she's just leading you on until she's stalling for the next man to come and take over.
How strong you can say this is what women think because I've been in a woman's head. Unless a woman's told you this is what I'm doing.
I've seen it.
I understand what he's saying. And the thing is, what you're saying is facts. But the other thing to that is, you're here like saying, oh, like, she's wasting my time. You cannot waste my time. If I say, do you want to get married? Like, let's say we have been speaking for a second. Yeah. Do you want to get married? Yeah, I do. Let's say, okay, next week. After this, I'm gone. Again, do not put that power in a woman's hands.
But I'm saying,
you'll be there all year, fam.
I'm saying a lot of men do that though.
Okay, this is for the men. Don't do that.
Those guys are the problem in that situation.
I don't think
if you're feeding the baddest pastas and you're not getting married to her, if you're taking her out for milkshakes, if you're doing that,
going cinema.
I'm a dog.
What you want about?
Let me express it.
Let me express it. Last time
you won't hear me till I have to do something. I'm like, and then you're like, oh, I'm a dog. So have you seen what a dog is like? Unconditional love. A dog's just present and clear. Whatever you do, the dog's a dog. It's present. You understand the nature of the animal. They're too simple to deceive it. A lot of people move like cats. You know, where there's just a lot more moving, they have their own intention and there's a lot more going on. I cannot do a cattish interaction with somebody that I want to be married to. I'm like, yo, this is me, this is where I am, this is my heart, this is my current state of being. Yeah. It's that. Anything else, and you meet me with anything else, that means you're in a cat place and you've got different games and I can't play that.
And you know what?
So who's the one that's conducting the energy? You, as the male.
And you know another
you
thing
say
as
what
well.
one.
But you know another thing as well.
In that regard.
What if you're in love with the girl?
But no, because
that's what we were talking about earlier.
That's what
we're talking about earlier.
And that's
People
what me and you spoke about when we in the car, when we said when you're in love, you can do very dumb things, and it distracts you from your purpose. It distracts you from what you're really here for.
It seems like we're kind of like not demonizing women, but like demonizing women for acting in a way, but it's in response to a guy acting like.
I'm not demonizing.
By saying this thing like, oh, they waste your time and they take this and.
I didn't say that. I said if you give them.
I'm not talking about you. Talking in general.
Yeah.
The people that are talking about, oh, you know, the girls act like this because you know they waste your time and they do this. How is the guy acting that is in like feeding that behavior? So the problem I say with the situation where the guy's taking her out and doing all these situations, it's the guy's fault, because when you lay the foundation for the woman, it's this. If it, like you said, you know, you want to get married, yeah, I do. Next week then, or you know, next month, and they're like,
I think that's so simplistic. I maybe because
I guarantee your success rate will go up. Though.
Okay, but maybe because I'm in a position where I have been in that position personally. This exact same situation where the girl actually came out and said to me, oh, I'm thinking of talking to this guy while talking to me. So I then said to her, and I said to her, listen, I'm not an option. Yeah? Choose your, and Briggs is my witness, I'm not an option. Then she said, no, I don't want to be with you, I want to be with you, yeah? I want to be with you. I know, I want to be with you, I want to be with you. Again, no, I don't care. Let's be. I'll be as personal as I want to be.
Yeah, go on.
We got to the stage where we're now booking flights to meet each other for the first time. Yeah, we've been talking for a long while now. Cool. Book flights, flights booked. Then we had a situation and we're talking about, okay, what's the plan? We meet here. We like each other. I was trying to get married within 3 weeks.
It's getting serious at this point.
It was serious. They were engaged.
I was like, 1 week we meet each other and we like each other. Within 1 week, you come back to England the second week and if you meet my parents. On by the third week, I'm meeting your family and we're engaged. And we're going to do engagement and set a date to get married.
That's lit.
Yeah?
You said it.
Wait for the to finish.
Then we go into the situation where it's like a week or two before we're meant to meet up for the first time now. This is on FaceTime like 6 hours a day every day now. Yeah, cool. She went as far as like messaging people who know me to get references for me and everything. Yeah, so I thought,
should have messaged me. I would have given you a great reference.
No, my reference was funny actually.
Okay, banging CV.
Yeah, cool. Then it got to a point where we're like, okay, cool now. Then we said, oh, how are things going to work out? I said, okay, cool, I'm studying now. Either I move to America or she can come move to England. That was the plan. But for the first year and a half, we're going to do long distance from Egypt. Cool. A week or two before we meant to meet up, she goes to me, yeah, guess what? Basically, long story short, if you give up your studies and come live with me now, I want to be with you full time now.
You give up your studies to go to America
And live with me, and I'll support us.
Yeah,
I said,
she'll support you.
Yeah. I said, no, I'm not doing that. I can't. That's not how I roll.
Yeah.
Cool. She goes, well, if that's the case, then I it's sad to say, but I don't think it's gonna work out. Yeah. But in my obviously at this time, I had caught my feelings with everything. What I said in the beginning of this, she ticked all those boxes. Mad, intelligent, good looking, cool. Yeah. A week or maybe 2 months later, 2 months later, she got married. Yeah, somebody. She clearly, that was the guy. She clearly went.
I don't think she was wasting anyone's time. She had a requirement of what she wanted.
But she didn't make it clear in the beginning though.
I mean, maybe
how can you say that 2 weeks before and we spoke about everything in depth? That's a time waster.
The reason why I don't think it's time wasting because like maybe it started off like you know what, I can get married, then it starts to get serious. Like wow, do I really want to do this? Okay, what is and then the pressure brings out brought out like what do you really want? Like no, I can't leave America. And then that came. So I don't think she was wasting your time. The time wasters that Bridge is describing are the girls.
No, I think it's all the same category. Do you know why I think that's the same category? Because me personally, it might happen. It might not happen. But personally, in that situation, for you to be talking to this girl for how many months? 8 months?
10 months.
10 months?
That's impressive.
That whole time.
Pause. Do you not think, is that all over the phone?
Yeah.
Do you not think that's a bit too much time? And I'm not sure how the conversation went.
No, but it's circumstance, isn't it? It's circumstances.
Circumstances. And that's fine, but that's not wasting your time if it's circumstances. Because you're in a time thing. For example, you've got how many years you have to do at Azhar.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Wait. So look, you're talking to someone for 10 months, you break up, within a month, you're already with someone new. And you're married to that person, you're committed to that person. For me, I feel like you've been talking to the 2 people at the same time and you did not make it clear that you was talking to that person. That's what I'm saying.
You can't say I didn't make it clear.
I said you made it clear at the end part.
How can you be engaged to someone and then you're not even making it clear to them that
if you're engaged, I understand that point.
Yeah,
that
point is weird. Yeah.
If it gets to the point where you're telling the person, write letter to my wali, request, let's book this, you're basically engaged to that person, bro. It's not a thing of you're sitting there FaceTiming, chatting. It's a thing of you lot are planning to get married.
Future.
For over months, you're planning how you're gonna navigate being married to each other. Then when it's locked off, immediately after, the month later, you're with somebody. That means you was talking to that person the whole time. So you wasted the time. Yeah, the likelihood is you were talking to that other person.
Basically, it was like this. What it was is, I made it clear I'm not option. I made it clear I'm not option, which I did make clear. You can't say I didn't make it clear. And then her option probably was this. Now I've got 2 guys I like now. Yeah. Which one is committed to live with me in America? He's not. He's saying no. Cool, I'm with this guy.
No, but I commend you.
What you're saying, the right way of going about looking to get married or whatever is you can only talk to one person at a time. What we giving?
Make it clear.
Just be clear. I'll tell you, if I'm talking to 50 people, there is no shame. I'm not a cheater. There's no problem if you know. If I tell you I'm only talking to you, but then I talk to 49 other people, morally you can see where the problem lies then, because it's deception. It's
got to be open, got to be honest. I agree with that.
And if you can be anything as long as you're honest.
I agree.
You can literally say, you know what, at 3 o'clock in the morning, I need to go upstairs and I don't know, do something weird. You might have just anything random. As long as you're honest, you'll find somebody that resonates.
One question I kind of want to end with. Do you think that girls, because of the society that we live in, you know rap videos and especially with Instagram now, social media, the emphasis and the attention that the girls who take more time to what seems to be developing their image and their looks and their contouring and their squats, all of them things there, that women are now focusing their attention on developing that side of themselves as opposed to developing the attributes that like, most of us are describing, which aren't even though they are important. They are important,
but not when it's your.
But like there's 2 levels of things you can attract from a man. That the desire of sex. Like I just want to set up sex with you, and it's like we all know there's difference between a bad thing and wifey material or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
What if girls, and if you are looking to get wifed, which I think most girls are, why would you not spend more time developing those and what can girls kind of do to?
Because I'd say to that thing, because I know like women do look at like because they do get the comments that sometimes they'll even be speaking to a guy they like and they might see that you've liked their picture, like the bad things. What you have to understand is no one is wifing these things.
No one is
wifing these things.
Yeah, the girl.
No, they are. But usually it's these ones. Like it's men of like being no value. Okay, they've got.
not necessarily.
I mean, I don't know. The rappers are hyping them, fam.
Okay, you know if
Women can have a background. Women can have a past. You know.
No,
Women could have.
I'm not
talking about present.
I'm saying present. I don't care about your past. I'm saying you can be
presently-
twerking in the videos and blah 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 blah. If you come to me and you're a changed woman, like it'd be the stupidest thing.
She's saying I'm still twerking.
No, you're on her gram, and she is exhibiting and putting on the front just all of the outward. Look at me. Look at the breast. Look at the back. Look at me twerking. Look at oh my god.
Like I don't want an attention. You know what it is?
Porn stars have husbands.
I feel like
Let's not talk about like the one-off scenarios of the weird guys that marry porn stars. But like, I don't know what that is. I'm talking about there's
That meme of when the guy's like, when I dropped my porn star wife to work and he's crying in the car.
Let's not get into that section of men. Let's just talk about as a majority of men. When a woman is seems to be that is what she's dedicating all of her attention to. The outward. You spend a whole time talking about what you like, the inward, the I forgot some of the things you mentioned. Yeah. They don't care about that because what they're seeing is the likes, the comments, the attention. So they're dedicating all of their attention to that. So so Umar's saying these things aren't getting wived. Well, most guys, bar the porn star husbands, they're not interested in wifing you, making you part of their family and building it. I just want to smash and dip. That's all you are to me.
Like, do you think
that's how men view them as pieces of meat? And there was some study that was done in show. I think it was some like showing
red meat.
Was it
red meat.
Was it dogs looking at red meat and then?
No, it was humans looking at red meat.
Because we don't salivate when we look at red meat.
No, but it was still the same part of the brain that
something like the same things were being triggered when a guy who's been starved for a certain amount of hours then looks at a piece of meat, and then they likened that to when he looked at a word, and it kind of triggered off the same receptors. When it was a very sexually attractive woman. But what I'm saying, we don't look at those girls and be like, yeah, I want to take you home and have some children with you. I'm just looking to smash. But
the crazy thing is, a lot of those women know how to then interact from that place. Some women actually sex is power in it. So some people know how to. Like a woman can walk into the room. A woman, same twerk person we're talking about, for example, honestly can enter a space, and because she knows how to carry her sexual energy,
no doubt they exist,
and can use that as an instrument.
My point was, no doubt they exist. My point was, women are focusing their attention on developing that side of themselves and negating, so they don't know how to walk into
and
have this energy. They don't know how to do any of that. So when you talk to them, it's just like, what? Oh my god!
Basically, and
I'm saying, so how do how do girls elevate beyond this? I mean, because we can tell them, like, even though you see us liking, well, not me, but you see men liking these girls' pictures, but they're not trying to wife them. Like, they just want to smash and dip. What we actually want to wife is those qualities that you need, and it feels like. Is there information out there?
Is Instagram a place? Can you display this quality? I'm trying to think of accounts.
Maybe captions.
But we're talk again. This is a problem, and this is something that Khalid tells me all the time. This is something Khalid tells me all the time. And the thing is, I need to really pay attention. I do pay attention to it now. Is you're focusing on social media. So, bro, half of these things, like obviously we have followers. We meet these girls. They don't look the same. Yeah. They're not the same. Yeah. The angles, it's all lies. Dunya. No, but I'm saying you have to understand. Like, there's certain girls. I remember there was a girl's number I got when she was a waiter, and I got the number. And I remember I went back home and
get a stag floor across the screen, please.
Excuse me, to marry her and make an honest woman.
Her dad's number.
Yes, but he wasn't in the shop, so I had to wait. Anyway, no. So I got a number. I got a number. She was a waiter, and I went back to her waitress. And I went back on her Instagram, and I was like, wow, you look nothing like you did. Like, and the same energy I got, and the same.
She looked better in person.
She looked so much better in person.
I met that as well.
Not only that, like this, the same. Again, this is the thing I always talk. This connection, and it's like it's not a love thing. It's a deeper thing. It's like you're there, and it's like I just feel good around you. You know what I mean? And it's like there's certain girls they might be bad, but you just got this
that energy.
And it's also it's not even a thing you can control. I think you can control it a bit with your vibe and aura, but sometimes people's just auras is mad.
You got a point. That's
no, for me, I just feel like we're generalizing a lot.
We have to.
So it's like women are very multifaceted, and
Yes.
there are many, many different types of women. So like you can be talking about this girl that's out here twerking and da. On Instagram, she might look like that. When you meet her in real life, she's reading deep books about philosophy. She's
I know
very
that, I know them
intelligent.
as well.
Do you know what I mean? We have friends like that, so it's like.
That's
but
why
what
I
I'm
said,
saying,
no
you still
doubt.
wouldn't
and
want
then
a girl
also,
that
and
gets-
then also, that's another point.
It's
I might not
Pinterest.
want a girl like that. But there's man them that
100%.
do. So it's like I feel like for every type of person you are, there's somebody that's gonna wife you.
Yeah.
No matter what. There's guys that want to marry girls like that. There's guys that literally want to just be in relationships with women who have physical beauty and nothing else. There's guys who will see a girl on Instagram and she has 100k followers and she's bikini and he's thinking, rah, this is an
Trophy
opportunity this is a trophy wife.
Yeah.
Let me marry her, and he'll marry her.
Yeah.
Or he'll be thinking, we can form an empire together. We can both be influencers and make a YouTube channel out of this. And they will do that. So it's like, I feel like, develop this, develop that, I feel like what you need to do, man and woman, is you need to develop yourself as a person, develop your character, fulfill your potential, know what you like and manifest what you like and how you are as a person, and then the right person for you will come and you guys can match with each other. So if you're somebody that all you care
If they're
about
not
is
wasting your time.
if they're not wasting your time, or if you're somebody that all you care about is makeup and weave and eyelashes and nails, and you just want to look good, and you don't want to read books about life, and you don't want to watch documentaries, and you don't want to do that, you might be able to find your man. You might be able to find your man that he just cares about drip, and he has his sneakers. Do you know what I mean? And he's got ripped jeans and t-shirt, and you lot will make a banging Instagram couple and take banging Instagram pictures, and you guys are happy
And I
because
would
that's
like
your
these
level. So I feel like everyone and their level, innit? If your level is just the physical, and you find a partner that's just physical, and you lot don't go beyond that, you'll be happy together. Cows and cows, they're together. They're there eating grass. Nobody's disturbing them. Do you know what I mean? They're not writing books. You're a cow. This person is a cow. This person's a cow. You'll be together. Do you know what I mean? If you're a lion, if you're a lion and you like to eat meat,
If you're a lion, you'll have four.
if you're a lion and you like to eat meat, this person too, they're a lion and they like to eat meat.
Is that what the verse means of? Oh, maybe it's not. The figgy men are for certain women and
Good men are for good women.
Yeah, exactly. I tell you, me.
and the cows are for the cows.
The good men are for the good women, and the whatever. Everybody has their peoples. I feel like
And you'll be happy.
Just be your person, and you'll find the person that's for
You'll attract the
you.
right person.
You'll be happy because that's all you know. If you're
you
somebody
want a
that's
person like that,
if
aim
you're
to be
somebody
that.
that's intellectually stimulated and physically stimulated, you have your physical but you don't have your intellectual, you're gonna feel incomplete. If you're somebody that you've never been intellectually stimulated before, you're not gonna think like me today. If I don't have a girl that is an expert in ancient Chinese philosophical literature, I'm not gonna cry because I've never read it. Do you know what I mean? But for me, that I like what I like. If I don't find somebody that can match me with what I like, then I'm gonna feel unfulfilled. But if it's a realm that I've never delved into, then I'm gonna be happy. So if you're a shallow person and you find another shallow person, you know we'll get along and you'll live a happy life on Instagram and we will like your photos.
That creates a nice.
I will subscribe to your YouTube channel. Finish.
That creates a nice segue into one of our next podcasts, which is going to be coming soon. Is can one woman, what we're looking for women, is the problem that we're searching for one woman to do all these things, or is it in fact we need to be looking at multiple women to fulfill these things? Polygamy is something that we want to.
You know heard it?
Nah.
Oh, it's
Trying to wrap it up. Polygamy is what we're going to look into in the future, so look forward for that podcast. What we're going to talk in the future podcast. Okay, well, all right. You get
the best friends, right? Try to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love. Money maker.
Faisal, you want to jump in? All right. Some man really up married and it shows. Right, so we're going to do polygamy in the next podcast. Stay tuned. If you listen on iTunes or Spotify, please leave a like and comment down below, and let us know what you want to talk about in the comments below. Peace and love and blessings to all.